Really? How good is pretty good?
I would say if I have 10 real
What?
conversations with people who say they're going to do something.
Wow. Wow, that's
I mean,
amazing.
that's better than door knocking.
I'm talking to Smiley here.
Oh,
so
sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No, I asked you. No, I was talking
Oh.
to you. I don't mind. Let's see, why isn't that live? Is it on? Oh, I think that's the wrong one live. So you about 10 people you may
You
have.
will write letters or call people in
Wow.
different states.
So did the big sign attract people? Like?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want a salad later?
No, thanks.
Okay.
I know that was. I'm there now somewhere live. Okay. I'm there now somewhere live. Okay. Okay, we're all around. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I'm gonna do. Okay, we're all around. Instagram anymore. The live there, nobody shows up, or it's funky there. So we're just on YouTube, TikTok, and let's go help. Okay, now let me get the report that I want all the members to see. Okay, this is answers to members' questions. These are my top answers that I get from people, from members, to answer questions. And so I'll put all the answers, so if you want, you don't even have to ask me, and you just look at what I send here. And by the way, at 7 o'clock, there is another live workshop. So after me, I'm trying to get this in before 7 o'clock. But what I want to talk about is really the FEMA stuff, the disasterassistance.gov. I mean, there's so much bad information. If you see my videos in the last 2 to 3 days, I mean, people are out there, and to me, it's disgraceful because people need this help so much when a disaster happens. And if they don't know about it, see, people are out there and they're saying that it's not there. So the media and the internet is saying that a disaster has run out of money, or they're giving it to somebody else, and all kinds of strange stuff. And that's ridiculous. And I think it's almost, people who spread those kind of rumors are immoral. I mean, because you're hurting people purposely. The people need that money, and they need to apply for it, because you don't get it unless you apply. So people will believe something on the internet, I guess it's not there, and they won't apply. And this is very important. Money, it's money my whole family used. Back in the 70s when we were wiped out, the whole family business, the home, and everything. And if it wasn't for FEMA, it would have been a disaster. My parents' home, the business, the family business they had, if it wasn't for the government, boy, that just put it all, they gave them a mobile home to live in even. I mean, there was a whole trailing, like 150 mobile homes that were going up to Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania at the time. I remember seeing pictures of that. So this is very important stuff. And it's nothing to take light of or to take advantage of, and because it's hurtful. People are going to go through a lot of pain. All of a sudden, there's already 250 people that died, And so if you're the family member, somebody died, and you say, oh, there's no help there. No, there is. And even for burial help, there's lots and lots of help there. So you have to go to FEMA, and that's disasterassistance.gov. disasterassistance.gov, or call 800-621-3362. 800-621-3362. Ignore anything you see on the internet about if FEMA has or doesn't have money. It's nonsense, because anytime for free money or grants or everything, always check with the office giving out the money, because there's just too much scamming going on in our country nowadays, and it's so easy with the internet. because they could disappear and they could try 100 different things to say in 3 seconds. Then they find one that people will bite on and they'll get money from you and then they'll disappear. So don't do anything unless it's with a .gov or .org. They're the only people that really give out grants. I mean, some .coms too, but it's not worth trying and risking, many times could be even your life. I hate to be dramatic about it, but boy, these disasters are really important, and it's, I mean, worse than yelling fire in a crowded theater. I mean, talk about free speech, but boy, this is not. I just think the only word I could think of, it's immoral. People should not act like this. And we're a country of we decide to pitch in and have money for people who have disasters, because it may be our turn, to have a disaster and to get out of it. Now, the other thing too, besides FEMA, and that's disasterassistance.gov, okay? So make sure you know that. The other thing is findhelp.org. Now, this is even more. Even if you're not in a disaster, see, FEMA, your area has to be declared a disaster, and the White House does that. So if you go to FEMA.gov, you could find out if you are declared a disaster. I mean, we have all kind of windstorms and rain and everything disaster. I don't know how many, but there's probably 100 or so places in the United States that are official disasters, which means you have access to FEMA. And FEMA means you get up to $40,000, I think it's $41,500 in grant money. And that's grant money. They do have loans, particularly business, and they're low interest, maybe at 1%, I don't even know anymore. But it's gonna be a nicer loan than you'll ever get at the bank. So I always take a government loan, because they're also ones you can get approved. I mean, you could get, not approved, but forgiven, So you have a chance to get that forgiven. You never have a chance of getting a loan from a bank forgiven. They'll take to the court and take your 3 children or whatever. I don't know why this one's not working. Wow. Well, so make sure. But here's another thing. Now, I went down to Tampa as one of the areas. Okay, and then I put in findhelp.org in Tampa. Okay, and that findhelp.org. Put in your zip code for Tampa. You can put in your zip code, but I'm going to put you Tampa because I spent the afternoon looking at what they have for Tampa. Okay, and if you put findhelp.org, then you put disaster assistance, just like you would searching for FEMA. FEMA has disasterassistance.gov. So I put the Find Help in Tampa, and there are 637 programs. These are grant programs, free services, 600, not just one FEMA. There's 600 other programs, and you don't even have to be declared a disaster area. All these programs are not for declared disaster area. They're for anybody. Maybe a few are, but they're all for anybody. So that's why if you're anywhere in the country and you need help because of a personal disaster that FEMA doesn't want to declare you a disaster. If they saw my closet, they'd declare me a disaster. and that's what you should be aware of. So anybody watching this now, go to findhelp.org. It'll be a wonderful lesson for you. Put in your zip code. Now, I think the zip code for Tampa is 33 something. I forget, but it doesn't matter. 33059. I don't know. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of things. Okay, but there's 600 programs, 636 programs. Here are the kinds of help that they have. I mean, it's just amazing what they have. You have prescription drug assistance, okay? So they help pay for your prescription drug, even if you're in a declared disaster area by FEMA or not. So there's a place to get your prescription drugs for free. See, this is what all these nonprofits are good for. They're sources of free money and help that you don't know about because these nonprofits do not advertise. So what you have to do is find them. And the best place to find them, I think, is at findhelp.org. Put in your zip code, and then you can find. Okay. The other thing they have, disaster legal assistance. Free legal help just on disasters. You know? And so, in other words, if they hurt you or something like that, or maybe your insurance company doesn't pay something, or the government doesn't treat you right, you got free legal help to fight these people. See, there's always free things for you to do anything. You think you have to pay for it? Yes, that's the only thing you know because it's easy to pay for it. If you want it for free, it's also available, but it's not going to be as easy. So that's what we do, is we train people. I'm trying to see someone says, oh, I thought it was an ex-girlfriend or something. So legalism. Or how about this? A pet deposit program. Okay, what are you gonna do with your pet? You have to, you have an emergency, you gotta go to this, that, or whatever. Somebody has to go to the hospital for you. What are you gonna do with pet? Okay, there's nonprofit organizations that take care of your pet for free. See, how do you know that? You'll never find things like that if you go to Google, because Google wants to make money. Everything in Google is about making money. So they're looking for people to pay for that. So if you're looking for free pet assistance, it won't be in Google. The other one that was so obvious to me is home repair. Now, FEMA, if you're in a declared FEMA zone, you're going to get tens of thousands of dollars for home repair, more, up to $40,000. But here's state money, nonprofit money for the same thing. That's why, even though you find one program for it, there could be a dozen other programs for it. Exactly. Here's some other neat things I found in that emergency, what they called emergency. Okay, you could get a grant for treatment of breast cancer if you're under 45. So there's a nonprofit organization that will take care of your breast cancer treatment if you're under 45. Isn't that cool? Here's scholarship for survivors of intimate partner abuse, right? Domestic violence. Okay, so you're a survivor of domestic violence. Here's a scholarship for survivors of domestic violence. How would you know to ask? See, how would you know to ask? Listen to this one. I want to take this to my gym I go with. The guys, one of my gym instructors there, he gives swimming lessons. Swim lesson scholarships. It's from an organization called Hope Floats Foundation, provides swim lesson scholarship to help pay for lessons at accredited swimming schools, okay? And they have a copay. Isn't that crazy? Transgender surgery fund, okay? Transgender, that's becoming more popular now, and people are getting the necessary surgery. There's now grants to help pay for that. See? How do you know to ask for that? You don't. That's why it's so. Oh, here's nice. Here's grants for blues elderly blues music. How do you say musicians? That's it. The fun, yeah. So elderly blues musicians. There's a grant program for them. See, I mean, and this is under disaster assistance. Costume creation scholarship. See, you would have never thought there's so much grants are available. Okay, what this nonprofit organization that builds costumes for kids in wheelchairs. You have a child with disability. Wow, here it is. Truck driver assistance. Here's a grant for truck drivers. North American truck drivers and their families in times of crisis. Okay, maybe you can't drive a truck for a while or something like that. Here's a grant assistance for that. I mean, isn't it phenomenal? I mean, I get so excited about seeing these to think of, boy, you know there's truck drivers that have a problem, right? They don't know about this. Okay, how about durable medical equipment? Okay, a self-reliant seller for independent living provides durable medical equipment for people with disabilities. I know we have a lot of members with people with disabilities, okay? Here's, here's a grant to get durable medical equipment. I guess your current equipment doesn't work so well or something like that. Yeah, so now you get customized surfing equipment. How do you like that? Did you ever think you could get free surfing equipment? But it's for people who with disabilities, because you need special surfboards, okay? So they give you a free surfboards. My wife had to tell me, Smiley had to tell me about what this meant. A Repro Legal Defense Program. REPRO, REPRO. The REPRO Legal Defense Fund covers bail and funds strong defenses for people who are investigated, arrested, or prosecuted for self-managed abortion. Okay, so I guess maybe this is in states where it's illegal. Okay, so they're going to give you all the help you want for that. Oh, here's another neat one for people with disabilities: all-terrain wheelchairs. You know, not a normal wheelchair, you know, all terrain. So you can go to the beach, I guess, up mountains or whatever. Wow. See all the neat stuff. Emergency assistance for single parent caregivers. Now that, I'm sure we have a lot of members like that who are taking care of parents or loved ones or whatever, or children, they're single parent. Here's a special grant for parents, families of children with have to take care of loved ones. Hearing aid assistance, okay, free hearing aids, okay. Small business, Florida Small Business Emergency Bridge Loan. This is a low interest loan for businesses in trouble. Ticket to Work, this is very interesting. People on SSDI, I know we have members on that. What this organization does is help you find out how to make money and not lose your SSDI. Okay, and that's called Ticket to Work, TTW, okay? That's it. Mastectomy bras, okay? You get new brasiers. How would you know to ask for these things? How about emergency grants for theater writers, playwrights, composers, book writers, and lyricists? Special grants for you. See, this is findhelp.org. And you just put in your zip code and you find these things. Service dogs. I know we have a good friend that trains service dogs. They're expensive to get trained. Here, you get free service dogs. Free vehicle giveaways. You have free charity cars. FCC, okay? They give away free cars. Rapid rehousing rental assistance. So you're on the street all of a sudden, okay? So this sounds like for you. Rapid rehousing rental assistance. Again, legitimate, all legitimate. Pet medication assistance. You know, I mean, taking care of animals is getting more expensive than taking care of humans, isn't it? And so there's grants for that too. They're not on Obamacare, but some nonprofits doing that. So, I mean, the country is just wonderful with all these things that just blossom up like, you know, crabgrass, but they're wonderful flowers, you know, that can enhance your life that nobody knows about because you're looking in Google. Google won't show you these unless you know the name of the organization, then you could find it. Okay, medical debt and hospital bill finance assistance. Okay, it's called $4. They're very good. I've written them up a lot of times. They get rid of your hospital debt. You hear that? They get rid of your hospital debt. $4. Remember that. And .org. I'm pretty sure it's .org. I don't see it in my little printout here, but $4. Oh, an immigration loan at 1% interest. Wow. And it's really to help people start up a credit and things like that, establish the crisis pet boarding financial assistance. So you have a crisis with your pet. What are you going to do? You got to go. You got to take care of somebody. Who's going to do the pet? Okay. So you call them Prarlene's Backyard Foundation. Take care of your pet. Get a grant to take care of. Free furniture. That's right. That's available. How about MRI payments? If you need an MRI, they're expensive. So they'll pay for your MRI. Transition surgery grants, we talked about that. Or co-pay assistance program. Cosmetic dentistry grants. Cosmetic dentistry. I'm gonna I want to be a movie star. I need these wider and take this a little. Yeah, yeah, right. Cosmetic dental. You know, dentists, very expensive. You know, because they're not covered by most healthcare programs. But here's a free grant for that. Prescription glasses for free. See? How do you know what? Red Rover Relief Escape Grants. Now that sounds interesting. Who's escaping? The dog, maybe? Rover? Okay, Red Rover Relief Escape Grant helps families with pets to safely escape domestic violence together. Ah, see? Okay, so you're in a domestic violence situation. How are you and your canine going to get out of there? Okay, they plan the escape route for both of you. See? Isn't that neat? I mean, we have people, so many nice people in this country that help each other. That's why I mean, when people come out and say, oh, FEMA's not going to help you, and think, no, we have a lot of people in this country that want to help each other. That's what we're doing. And that's a very important part of all our lives. I'm trying to make it the only part of the rest of my life. Riders Emergency Assistance Fund. Wow. Who would have thought? You're a struggling rider? That's what you need. Emergency financial assistance. Wow. Respite care financial assistance. You know what respite care? In other words, you're taking care of somebody, you're tired as hell. You know, you're working around the clock, taking care of somebody, and somebody has to take care of you. So that's why they come for free and give you a rest for a day or two for free. Bartender Emergency Assistance Program. I don't know if you get free drinks. No, it's for bartenders, barbacks, and bar services who are in the need of financial assistance. Okay. A special grant for bartenders or people who work at bars. Or here's another, financial assistance for families working in the restaurant industry. See, look at all this stuff that's out there. Free storage. Right, for the hurricanes, yeah. So you got to storage your stuff yourself, okay? All the stuff is out on the lawn or something. You need somewhere. There's free storage programs. This is important. FEMA Appeals Program. FEMA Appeals Program. Okay, this is free help to appeal when FEMA says no, you don't qualify. If you don't qualify, you always appeal. Okay, and here's a service that'll help you appeal. Now, if it's not FEMA, there are other programs that help you appeal. And if you go to findhelp.org and you put in legal help or applications and things like that, but legal, and there'll be free legal help to appeal anything for you. Emergency Prescription Assistance Program. Wow, emergency program. You're in disaster, that's an emergency, right? Legal help for disaster victims. Oh, disaster funeral assistance. Right. See, you have funeral. Actually, every county has funeral assistance. So you could find that probably in Find Help also. Fertility assistance, employment discrimination assistance. There's free legal help if you feel discriminated against because of your race, religion, age, or whatever. Disaster unemployment assistance. There's special unemployment assistance for disaster. So you go to your State Department of Labor, because these programs change all the time. What you think you know about a government program is probably different than reality. So you have to go to reality, and you don't go to the Google. You don't go Google and try to find out reality. You call the office. You call the office in charge. That's the way you get it straight from the horse's mouth, and not some huckster in the middle like me telling you, oh, I know about this program. You don't know about it until you talk to the people giving out the money. And that's why for FEMA, if somebody tells you FEMA doesn't have that, you call FEMA. And if it's somebody else, then you find that agency who does that. And the way you do that, to me, is go to findhelp.org, look under, if it's like getting a job and you want to know about unemployment, well, go to, they have a special tab at that Find Help for getting a job, and you talk to any of those businesses or those organizations. They're all nonprofit and government offices that they have to talk to you. They don't have to, but they should, because they get paid to help you. All they do is already got paid. They'll never ask you for money, and they want to help you, but you have to be nice, okay? That's the important thing. And ask them, okay, is this right? Where do I go for that? They're the best one to ask. The internet is the worst place to ask for help. What you want to do is ask for help from people who are in the business of helping people like you with that problem. So if you need rent, you go to findhelp.org and you put in your zip code, you put in rent, and start calling. I mean, you'll have maybe 100, 200 people that help people with rent. So you start calling and talking to those people to see if there are programs for you to help you pay rent. And if not, ask them, where else can I look? If that office you call and says they can't help you, then you ask them for possibilities of other offices that maybe be able to help you. That's what you have to do. Okay, guys? I want to take off because we have another workshop coming at 7 o'clock. So you know how to sign up for that. And don't forget to ask questions at the question corner it's not on a corner, but you see on the tabs on the left. And don't forget to apply for our next grant, which is the 15th of the month, is for car repair. We're giving out $15,000 on the 15th this month for car repair. Make sure you apply to that. Then on the 20th, we give out $20,000 for rent. And then 30 free laptops on the 30th. Then on the 4th, we give another $40,000 that you could use for anything. So we give $70,000 every month, okay? So we want you to apply, and you have to check if you won. we talked to, I'm unable to hear this live podcast. Anybody else? I haven't seen anybody else said they couldn't hear me. Tom, sorry. I needs spanker for truck driving. Spacer? Spanker? I have heard you. Spacer. I don't know what that means, Lisa. What's a spacer? Getting a lot of videos, but not sure where to start. What do you want to apply for? What do you need help with, John? I can't hear you. Okay, thank you, Charles. Spancer. I have no idea what that is. That must be a trucking term. She probably meant sponsor. Oh, that's okay, you need help for trucking. Okay, you go to item number 5 in the Meta Grant Report and make an appointment with a business mentor, okay? Because you want to start a business with this or whatever. Do we get links to all these that you were talking about? No, it's 600 websites, and that link for all those websites I got, here's what you do. You go to findhelp.org, okay, put in your zip code, okay, and then put in and you don't have to be in Florida or South Carolina for any of these programs, okay? They're all over the country. Doesn't matter if you're declared or not. 5 what? Oh, from the Meta Grant Report. Look up on the top. I put a whole bunch of listings on top of the chat. And let me also show you the Meta Grant Report. That's what I'm going to put that here too. That's where you get item number 5 in this Meta Grant Report for getting free money and help to start businesses, okay? Okay, guys, yeah, we only got about 5 minutes before the next act comes on, okay? So thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Tom. And don't forget, ask questions. Please ask us questions. Can't help you unless we know what question to ask, because there's a lot of stuff here, and it's easy to get overwhelmed. Lisa, please, thank you. We just want to help you. I just want to help as many people as I can before I die. I only got about 10 years left, so hurry, 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 and ask. Okay. Talk to you soon.